everyone, and welcome back to more Dear Esther Landmark Edition. Got this really nice, pretty looking area out here. Nice music. Wasn't expecting it to end like that. Okay, a couple of different ways we can go. Single candle. Oh wow, okay. Look at all those markings. There's our antenna. So, there's lights over there. Let's go check that out maybe first. So I think that's the path we should go. It's up there, yeah. Oh, that's the way we came from. Does it wrap around? Okay, I think we need to go from here there because I stepped off, yeah, to walk straight towards here. I guess I really like this game too because it reminds me of Myst, like Myst graphics. Yeah, I grew up playing Myst games, so. Get up there. Okay, if we wrap around here, maybe we can get to this other set of candles. Because I think the lower path is the way forward. I don't want to not come up here. Just working off a memory from the other times I've played this game previously. What's this up here? Paint can. Paintbrush. It's a really large paintbrush. Okay. Then it's going to wrap around down here. Yeah. It just connects up. There's another candle. Pictures.
We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
There's one of our figures. So that's the first one we've seen. So he's just up there watching us. I'm not sure what these are. That's a car. That looks like, what is that? Ring? Looks like a ring. Another car. Is he still there? Yeah. Is he gonna walk away or? It's definitely a person, right? There's a candle up there. Or maybe it's us, you know? It's hard to say. Get the feeling, you know, that we're not really alive, like we're a ghost wandering this island. That's how it feels. Yep. So surgical tools, gauze, a defibrillator, I think is what that is. Yeah. He's still up there. Okay, so I got this little area down here. I'm not sure what these little, I don't know what you call it. Not trolleys, but separated little areas here are for. For fishing separation, maybe. I don't know. Bunch of candles leading the way. I already went over there. Okay. Man, I just love how this looks. I know we're supposed to be following the candles, but I kind of am, but I'm also kind of exploring on my own as to not follow the direct path. He's still there. Just got another little outcropping here of a cave. Candles are going that way. So I'm assuming that's a picture of his wife. It's hard to tell. Can I get a flashlight, my man? Nope. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be walking up here to get to that. Slowly marking our way there. Okay. Yeah. Car door, wheels, axle from the car wreck. Be cool if there's a rain effect going on out here. Right this way.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to read this word in a minute. Just looking around. Okay. Plight from heaven shown. Come on, get stuck. Plight from heaven shone around him. Okay. So there is a path leading up there. Let's look over here. See a candle looming back here.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Here's little boats. Can't read them or anything, but you can see they have writing on them. And there's a bunch. Yeah. So it's like essentially he wrote all these to his dead wife and was going to send them out into the ocean, and each page represents a section of him reading it to us to tell us the story of the game. It's pretty cool. At least that's what I'm taking from it. How and why we ended up here on this island, like, I don't really know. Still confused about that. Okay, we can go that way or this way. Let's go this way. Okay. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. On a sudden. That doesn't make sense. It's not, oh no, maybe, is it all a sudden? I don't know, looks like on a sudden. Okay, got some eggs going on. Nice. It's lovely. Can't go that way. Alright, so back this way. Getting closer. I don't think I've actually mentioned, I'm surprised I've waited this long. The developer, Chinese room that made this, the original mod and all that, they ended up making the game Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, which we haven't got into that series yet. It's actually the series that comes after. It's made by Frictional Games, who made Penumbra, that we've played at this point. At the point of when this comes out on YouTube, we'll be done with the Penumbra series as far as the official releases. But their next game after Penumbra, which made them critically known, was Amnesia: The Dark Descent. But when they made Amnesia 2, they let this company, Chinese Room, make it, and it was more or less an interactive walking simulator, and a lot of people weren't very happy that Amnesia 2 turned out to be that. I didn't have an issue with it too much, but I kind of did. But I like Amnesia 2, Machine for Pigs, if nothing else for the setting. But we'll get to that series eventually. But I just wanted to connect the dots back to them, that this was what they did before they did Machine for Pigs. So obviously, I think Machine for Pigs would have done better if Frictional had done it in-house like they did the first game, but that's not what they decided to do for whatever reason. I don't know why developers hand off their prized franchise, to somebody else to make a game for.
A sound of torn metal, teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal as I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, or my mind as a bypass.
Yeah, that jump scared me when he started talking. Another little light. Oh, there's our dude. We can still see him. Well, now we're getting really close. It's like, wouldn't you be yelling, "Hey, bro," at this point, as close as you are? Let me guess, he's gonna be gone. No, he's still there. Okay. I can't go. Okay, I gotta wrap around or something. I can't go this way to get up there. There's like an invisible wall. Alright.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Okay, homeboy was up here, standing. Now he's gone. Wow, look at that view. Pretty cool, man. And as he was prize seating, what? It's not a word. And as he was proceeding on his journey, okay, that's definitely not a no. That's a Y if I've ever seen one. And as he was proceeding on his journey. and was come near to Damascus. And was, or and has come near. Right.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Find neither. Did he eat nor drink, and neither. I already read that before. And he was 3 days without what sight? Sight. Okay.
Returning to my car afterwards, hands still shaking, and a head split open by the impact. Goodbye to tearful aunts and traumatized uncles. Goodbye to the phenomenal. Goodbye to the tangible. Goodbye Wolverhampton. Goodbye Sanford. Goodbye Cromer. Goodbye Damascus. This cliff path is slippery in the dew. It is hard to climb with such an infection. I must carve out the bad flesh and sling it from the aerial. I must become infused with the very air.
He's talking about that broken femur, I guess, that got infected. He's gonna have to cut his own leg off or something. Looks like a fence up there. Yep. No flashlight? Come on. Who's that? That's a ring. Wedding ring. Can't take it. And it came to pass that as maid. Can I get up here? Let's try that again. It came to pass that as something, my journey, I guess I'll have to do it from there. Can't tell what that one word is. So what do we got going in here? Authorized personnel keep out, because it's leading to the tower. came to pass that as I made, right, my journey, and was from high... Oh, I'll fall off the cliff trying to read this. And was from high into Damascus. Something. Suddenly, the shone from heaven great light around about me, and could not see for the glory.
A gull perched on a spent bonnet, sideways, whilst the sirens fell through the middle distance and the metal moaned in grief about us. I'm about this night in walking, old bread and gull bones, old Donnelly at the bar gripping his drink, old Esther walking with our children, old Paul as ever, old Paul. He shakes and he shivers and he turns off his lights alone.
Mm-hmm. The glory, that light. Being led by the hand of them. Okay. Yeah, we're super high up now. That are with me. Came into Damascus. Okay. Well, we've made it. Almost. Last little stretch.
We will leave twin vapor trails in the air, white lines etched into these rocks. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Alright, everybody, that was Dear Esther, the landmark edition from the Chinese room. Hope you enjoyed that playthrough. Voice acting, Nigel Carrington. So since this being the last video for this game, check out the community tab and you'll see a series speculation picture in there for the next series that I'll be getting into after this. In the next couple of days that will come out. Just let these credits run. I like to let credits run if there is any. Just to give people credit for all the work it takes to make a video game. I apologize if in this playthrough, once it gets to YouTube, if it ends up being edited a lot with the music, because I don't know how much of the music yet. I haven't edited the videos for this series yet. So hoping when I upload them to YouTube I won't get any copyright claims for the music. But if I do, I'll have to mute it, cut it out. Alright guys, so that concludes Dear Esther Landmark Edition. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next series. Bye.